Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight, we're going to start out talking about Camp KC. That stands for Kids Connection, and Camp KC is a program of the Cascade AIDS Project. With us tonight, representing Camp KC, we have Kevin Cook, who is also a KC, who is a volunteer camp director, and Eric Garcia, you are the program director. Mm-hmm. Thanks, both of you, for being here.
Sure, thanks for having us.
Yeah. So Camp KC has been around, what, 9, 10 years? How long
Well,
has
the
been?
actual Camp KC, branded and named as Camp KC, has been around since 2013.
Okay.
We're an offshoot of another camp that started in 1999 that we both had volunteered with as well.
Okay. And it's an all-volunteer camp for the most part?
Yep, we're all volunteers on the planning committee. There is, of course, one paid staff at CAP that helps the administration part move along while we have our regular day jobs.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about why the camp was started and who it's for.
Sure. There was a women's group called Women's Intercommunity AIDS Resource, We Are, and I did some volunteer work with them, and it was a women's group that met with HIV-affected women. Some were HIV and AIDS infected, and some were affected with their family members, and then it occurred that they all mostly had children, and so we were working on some programming for the children. And so when I came around, they had already been 3 years with a camp. And so it was just a great opportunity for children who all had the same family life with HIV and AIDS was present in their families, for them to just get away and be at camp and not have to hide their secret of, just kind of work to break down the stigma.
And there was, I'm sure there still is, but it's changed a lot, hasn't it? I mean, as far as the stigma goes for AIDS affected or AIDS infected
Well, you would
people?
think so, but there's still, kids can be pretty cruel. And so
sure.
while we've matured and we've, grown, kids are still kids. So on the playground and when teachers not looking, who knows what someone's going to say, and someone's family secret maybe is a secret, maybe it's not. And
Right.
the more information that's out there, the kids kind of run with it. So to be at our camp, we're at the Oregon coast, and you just get to play at the beach and eat and do crafts and all the kind of stuff. Eric's our program director, so he puts together a great week of schedule of great activities for the kids.
Mm-hmm. It's just the fact that they don't have to worry about that they know these other kids, it's not a secret there, right?
Absolutely.
Nobody has to try to hide anything. They all understand what the other ones are going through. That would be a huge thing for a kid.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. What are the ages for the campers?
5 to 15.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So do you are they divided? Is it overnight camping? Is it a week-long thing? So even the 5-year-olds?
Yeah, overnight camp.
Ooh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The kids are split up between their different age groups within different cabins, and we have a whole set of activities that are great, that are designed to help to allow the kids to have fun and not have to worry about the stigma and shame of HIV.
When do you do this? What time of year is it? It's in the summer, I assume.
It's in the summer.
Is it just 1 week that this happens, right?
Yep.
And is it kids from, what is the area? What is your service
So
area?
Cascade AIDS Project serves Oregon and Southwest Washington.
Okay.
We have had children that come from beyond if there's a need and there's interest. We have plenty of room to grow at the great campsite we're at right now. So
Nice.
we're always welcoming new families that have HIV or AIDS in their family. And we love to hear from them if they are looking to have their kids experience a week away.
So this is kids who either have AIDS or HIV affected themselves or have family members. Is it mostly family members, or is
Yes.
Yeah, these days, yes.
Yeah. So what when you have that big of an age spread, How do you deal with that? I mean, do you have like certain programs, things you do with the younger ones, and some with the older ones, and then bring them together at times?
Absolutely. We have a set of activity specialists that we work alongside at camp. They're all volunteers, and they're fantastic. Their specialties lie in anything from arts and crafts to archery to music, dance, you name it.
Well, that tells me some of the things you do. So archery, what other kinds of sports things are there besides?
We do have a rec specialist who does a lot of rec activities. We have a nature specialist that takes the kids on hikes or walks the beaches with them. It's great.
Okay, you brought some pictures, so maybe that'll give us
sure.
an idea of what we're looking at. So, now that's cute.
Yeah, this is one of our team building activities where we actually like to integrate all the different ages together several times throughout the week, and also to mix up the counselors so everyone gets a chance to work with each other. So this was where we matched up some folks, and it was a contest of who can put as many balloons inside a little kid shirt, you know.
And then they did sumo wrestling,
Yeah,
right?
kind of like a minute to win it type situation. Yeah.
Oh boy, we're having fun there.
Dressing up is a huge part of camp.
Yeah, every year we do a dance for the kids, and they get to get their dance on, and it's a big spectacle and a big event where they'll pick out their costumes and what they want to wear for the event, and
So
we
they
get
can
to
be
see
whoever they want to be.
they can be whoever they
Exactly.
want to be. Yeah, and it's neat to get to see them shine.
Oh, that looks like such fun. Are these some of the counselors there?
Yep, counselors and the kids. We're about a 1-to-1 ratio, which sometimes can be, it's great. There's times where we've had a lot of kids and not as many counselors, so we realize that a 1-to-1 is a sweet spot to be in. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, but it's great, so every kid has plenty of attention and supervision. And here's our arts and crafts guy. We have a great arts and crafts guy who works on stuff all year long for the kids, and then
And they get
just
real messy.
oh
don't
boy,
they?
oh yeah. And then we send them home.
It was great having you. You can go
Yeah.
now. Oh, look, how fun is that?
So this is our carnival that we do about midweek through the camp, and one of the neat things about the carnival is that we actually have an opportunity to partner with different companies and organizations. That
like who are some of your partners?
we partnered with Nike for the T-shirts that we're wearing, which
Yeah.
is great.
Nice.
So these were donated by Nike, and then we've partnered with Wells Fargo for the past couple of years. Last year they came out and they brought their stagecoach that the kids were able to ride in.
The full-size stagecoach.
The
Full
full-size, yeah,
stagecoach,
stagecoach.
horses, yeah,
Horses and all.
Nice,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
So, and then this year we're going to be partnering with them again, with Wells Fargo again, for a beefed up carnival program. So
Oh, wow.
we're really excited.
Can't do it without your community sponsors,
No,
can you?
absolutely.
Or the volunteers, for that matter.
Yeah.
It's volunteer heavy in this camp.
So this is a great shot of a camper at the beach. We're lucky our camp is on a natural lake and just literally a stone's throw to the Oregon coast. I mean, we're on the Oregon coast, but so we're between the beach and the lake, and it's great.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you do get, I was going to
Yep.
say, do you get to get out on the lake?
Yep,
There you are.
We do, yeah.
Canoes and paddle boats and swimming and
That looks fun to me.
yeah. It's great. 'Cause
And then you get to go to the beach too.
Yeah,
Right.
because the majority of our children do live and are raised in Portland. So, the beach is not that far away, but their families probably don't often get out there. So
Yeah.
to be able to have access to the beach the entire week is so great.
Oh, that's wonderful. And if the weather was like that every time, nice. That would be
Fingers crossed. There, it is Oregon. There have been some rainy camps, but
And this is the end of July is when your camp starts this year,
Yep,
right?
yep, July
and
30th.
That's usually a pretty good time of year.
Yeah.
That's great. So you still have room for campers.
absolutely. and
So
we'd
even
love
if they've
to.
never been involved with the Cascade AIDS Project, or in any way, they can still contact
Absolutely.
you.
So the Kids Connection program, some folks come to our camp that they only come to camp. That's their only connection with CAP. But of course, we like to help their families out in other
Well,
resources, if necessary. If
Well,
we
that's a
can.
way for people to find out about it too. If they
Yeah.
maybe don't know about CAP's resources, and
Yeah, right.
through the camp they can. Now, is this an expensive thing for the families?
Actually, it's absolutely free for the families, their campers, and our volunteers. So it's a free week for everyone.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really
We take care of all the food and the transportation, and all they need to bring is a toothbrush. But even if they don't have that, we'll provide
You'll
those too.
provide
Yeah.
that too. What kinds of things do you need?
Oh, that's a great question. So we're always looking for, we have a wish list that we keep going every year. We're looking for things like clothing for the kids. We're looking for things like little prizes that the kids can take away, something
Okay.
like a takeaway that they can take home. And the wish list is always updated, and it's on the website.
A great thing for an organization or a business who maybe Christmas time, lots of places do things, but maybe
Sure.
they want to do something, Christmas in July thing.
Yeah,
they can,
absolutely.
pull their money and come up with something.
Yeah,
for
we've had Gresham High School one time. They did a clothing drive for us,
Nice.
and different folks
Right down the street.
Yeah, and I think an employee at Starbucks, they did like a toy drive, and so
Yeah.
prizes for the
So
carnival
those
and stuff
kind
like
of
that.
things
Yeah,
and they're kind of good team building things for organizations and
Sure.
businesses to do. So I would encourage people to do that.
Yeah.
You, Eric, were, I understand, awarded some volunteer award. Is that right?
I was.
Kevin here was spilling the beans on that. Tell me what that was about.
Sure. So I work for Wells Fargo. I've been there for almost 11 years. And in 2013, I was awarded the Volunteer Service Award through the company. Big company of 270,000 employees.
And you were the winner of
And
that.
I was the top winner. So
Huge deal.
Isn't that
helped.
fantastic? Eric does a great job, and we are so thankful to have him and Wells Fargo on our side.
Yeah.
And so to be chosen the one single volunteer of the entire company is
270,000 people.
yeah,
Wow, that's pretty
it's
impressive.
so impressive. Yeah, and so
Yeah, well,
great for us.
congratulations. That's
Thank
really
you.
amazing. Do you do other volunteer work with other organizations? And
I have, yeah. I've done volunteer work with the Oregon Ballet Company. I've done volunteer work with the food bank, the Oregon Food Bank.
Yeah.
Just little spots here and there whenever I can. So
I'm a big proponent of modeling that behavior for kids. I think that if kids learn how important it is to give back to their community, and that's part of what you need to do when you're just growing up and being part of a community is to give back however you can.
Yeah,
that's a great thing. That's a
Yeah.
great thing. So keep encouraging those kids at the camp. Because not everybody, when they're a kid, has to benefit from or gets to benefit from an organization like this camp.
Sure.
But eventually in your life, something will happen where you get some help,
Yeah.
or a family member does. So, yeah, it's a good thing.
So many of our families have been involved for many, many, many years, and we actually have counselors now who were campers. And we have a CIT program, counselor in training, which just kind of bridges the gap between being a camper and before you're a counselor. You just have that time period, and we have folks that go all the way through. So now this year we'll actually have some counselors that were campers
And they're
first.
probably the best counselors because they remember how wonderful it
Oh,
was.
yeah. Right.
And the enthusiasm has got to be really high.
Oh, yeah.
It's like going to outdoor school as a kid and then getting to be a counselor
Sure.
when you're a senior in
Yeah.
high school and wanting to do that again. So what are you looking forward to the most at camp this year? You'll both be there, right? All
both be
week.
there, yeah.
I always look forward to reconnecting with the kids and seeing how they've grown, seeing how they've progressed.
A lot of repeat.
Absolutely, yes, and we love that. And also integrating the new folks, because with the new campers can kind of come in a little shy and hesitant.
Yeah.
So it's a good challenge for us to kind of get everybody in together on the same flow.
Get your people skills really going there. How about you, Eric? What do you like most?
my
What are you looking forward
personal
to?
challenge every year, I think, is to really find something new that I can bring to the camp. So a new programming idea. Last year we did sandcastle challenges on the
nice.
beach, which was great. But just something new to keep the camp fresh and keep it
fresh,
exciting.
And that makes it nice for the volunteers as well, if you have repeat volunteers. And the kids, Something
Absolutely.
new to look forward to.
So.
We're just about out of time. Any last words, anything we need to know about this?
Well, it's just a great program, and we're so proud to be a part of it, and thankful to our community sponsors, and thankful to this program and you for having us.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for being on here. It sounds like a wonderful camp, and I bet the kids look forward to it all year long.
Yep,
As do we.
And the volunteers too, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this first segment of Community Hotline. Camp KC sounds like a wonderful place to be, a wonderful place to volunteer. If you want to check out their wish list and help out, you go check out their website. And if you have kids or family members who might benefit from this, it's on their website too. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
my documentary was more than I ever would have dreamed of doing.
This is a community media station.
It was phenomenal.
Ready, camera, one.
What is it about this place that makes so many different people come together?
Ready, camera, two.
Very professional, experienced people.
You can use these industry standard pieces of equipment.
Ready, camera, three. Take three.
You don't have to be rich to do this.
Open people's eyes to something they've never even thought of before.
Cool stuff happens. It becomes this community.
That's going to really change who's telling the stories and who's controlling the messaging.